Hey friends, welcome to Stacking Pennies. Corey LaJoie here alongside Ryan Flores. We are joined in studio by Rajah Caruth. We have an awesome conversation. We also break down all things Vegas. A lot of stuff to break down. So let's get right to it. This is Stacking Pennies.
Stacking them deep, selling them cheap.
It tastes like gasoline, rubber, and victory.
We're just out here stacking pennies.
All right, guys. Here we are. Corey LaJoie here sitting next to Ryan Flores. Buddy, how's it going?
It's good.
Recording on Tuesday. You know, after a West Coast trip, everybody needs a bit of a day to recover.
Oh.
You know, Sean Brennan back of the house. Everybody that goes out there. I'm still convinced that West Coast flights take like years off your life.
Mine was pretty good. The Penske flight went straight through. So for context, most of the time we all fly on regional jets, and most of the time everybody in the industry has to stop, usually in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Or like Amarillo.
It's like a bus stop. Like everybody from the team is meeting. There's a FBO in Tulsa, Oklahoma with a bunch of like
That
lions
FBO's sick.
and all sorts of stuff in it. So you fall asleep, then you wake up there, and then you can't fall asleep. Then you get home about 5 o'clock in the morning, and your whole rest of your week's screwed. But the Penske plane
Put her in
went
the slipstream.
3:40, 3 hours, 45 minutes,
Dang.
straight back. So I feel pretty good this week compared to usual.
I had never fallen asleep so hard on the plane. I didn't even wake up at the fuel stop.
Dude, oh, really?
No.
Stuff through the fuel slot.
Yeah, dude.
That's a stud
I
move.
woke up like, where am
Who are
I?
you sitting next to?
We actually had a fun little plane. I mean, I flew out there with RFK, so I was on baby watch for Ryan Priest, Heather. They welcomed their second baby named Bentley on Thursday or Wednesday. So obviously my services weren't needed. I'm glad. I just don't want any driver to be in that position, because after choosing your wife or race car, the wife is going to be upset like 99% of the time, because the driver's always going to choose a race car.
Well, they're going to be – I mean, not always,
I
but
don't know.
they're going to be
Priest
upset that it's even a choice.
Priest missed his first one. Like, sorry, honey, I'm racing. He'll be there around. I'll be there. But that's also like race car driver philosophy. Like, ain't nobody getting in my car and driving it. So glad that he wasn't in a position. Glad
Unless you're Denny. Denny was like, Ryan Truex, you can go to Mexico City.
Yeah, you can be my guest. You can have
It depends on when it depends on when it falls.
Well, it also depends on where you're at in your career and how much tenure you have as well. Then he proceeded to have a good day. But back to, so we were on that plane. It was Chris Buescher, Priest, all these guys. And then I got to spend some time with the new RFK president, Chip Bowers. Cool guy.
Where'd he come from?
Worked at Golden State Warriors.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Steph Curry. Knows a lot of people. He really sharp guy. I bought a bottle of Clase Azul Mezcal. There's a nice little liquor store right across the street from the airport. I always go in there and find some stuff that you can't find here. So we cracked that sucker open and had a couple tequila drinks on the way home. And that's probably why I didn't wake up at the fuel stop, honestly.
You drooling on yourself.
Yeah. So then we landed and all was good. Now we're full blown talking about racing, because it was a fairly exciting race, I thought.
A lot of playoff drama. Hey, before we get to the race.
Yeah.
Got caught off guard. Did a photo shoot last week, and Wednesday was a busy day. Thursday I had to jump on Sirius XM, and all the talk was O'Donnell going on Dale Jr.'s podcast talking about the 750 package.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be at any track under a mile and a half, pretty much Dover and smaller, and road courses as well. What do you think?
It is a change in the right direction.
Yeah.
I think it's marginally better. I don't think somebody sitting in the 12th row of the grandstands is going to notice anything different. But when you fire up Twitter and the fans' collective narrative says, oh, they got more power, then maybe it's better.
Well, I just don't love that we put a number on it. Like, if you just said, hey, we have more horsepower, right? It's
yeah.
I think that we are to the point where stuff becomes like a sticking point of numbers.
I agree. And also, when a fan that's at the racetrack, I had this conversations, I can't even count to you or name to you how many times. Over 100. When you say, how much power this thing's got? 750. Well, but that's 750 is like target number. Chevy has a little more here. Roush, Ford has more torque or less torque. So, like, that varies 10, 12, 15 horsepower, right? So, like, it's not like you run across a dyno and NASCAR turns a knob up or down to put you at 750. So there's still OEM games and advancements that each one has. So they are trying to take the package and the tapered spacer that NASCAR has their baseline sets it at 750 and then build around it. Intake manifolds, headers, things like that to get the most out of. Yeah. But until they make the cars lighter, which I don't see a clear path for them to be able to do that, and to take tire away from it and just take overall traction away from the cars, I think what we have is what we have for a while.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though, the mile-and-a-half package is great. And I do like to see kind of a little bit of a change to short tracks and road courses. But the mile-and-a-half package and what we saw this weekend, I love it. For too long, we lived in a world where you just couldn't. Dirty air was just bad. Now dirty air is a thing, but you can navigate it. And to see Denny, I watched his in-car this morning.
Dude.
He went backwards on the restart.
Yeah.
And then and just like for Larson to get out and be like, yo, I was on the wheel. He was on the freaking wheel. Say what you want about Denny.
That was Denny's best drive of his career, and he's had some damn good ones. I mean, I watched that. I'm like, oh, my God, he's on the wheel.
Yeah.
Because nobody in the short run had made the top, that lane 3-4 work, and he was ripping it, dude.
Yeah. So shout out to him. And, man, there's just a lot of narratives about his father and stuff he's going through. You could tell that he's going through something in his personal life. So everybody piles it on Denny, right? A lot of it's self-warranted, but at the end of the day, he's still human. So.
And he's a human, and now he's tied for 10th on the all-time win list, and that son of a bitch can drive a race car in a circle as good as anybody.
He's the leading favorite for the championship because he's the only one that's locked in.
This is Denny's year. I wasn't convinced of it, but I think it is because without having the points sitting here in front of me, I guess with Blaney's flat tire, we'll have the in-car camera come up here in a second. With Blaney's flat tire, and I think Joey's going to kind of remain on the outside looking in unless
24.
Yeah, so like – If there's the Final Four without the 12 and the 22 in it, then Denny's path to a championship is way
Well, Joey
easy.
says it the best, too. Vegas is the most important race of the year because they have 2 weeks now to just have no stress.
Yep.
And figure out a couple more distractions they can throw in his way
yeah.
to get him narrowed in and focused. But the pit crew's good. They had they were back off a suspension, so it was interesting to see how they were going to respond. And they won the race. So it's teeing it up for him right now.
I think Vegas was it would be a great finale race.
Dude, looking at the grandstands, I wish it was just a one-time-a-year race. It just sucks, man. 2 of the baddest playoff races of the year have nobody in the grandstands.
Yeah.
And it's not nobody, right? I'm sure there was a bunch. But
Kansas?
For us, Kansas, yeah, Kansas and Vegas. And, you hear there was a football game right down the road at both of them or whatever, but – man, I love the races, and it makes me sad to not see the place packed.
Yeah, I'm sure going up against an NFL game is always tough. But generally speaking, when you land in McCarran, we didn't land there. We landed somewhere else. But, like, you see NASCAR marketing everywhere. Drivers all over the place, gas stations. They do a lot of activation. Generally, I can't say that I was actually looking for it necessarily, but none of it stood out, and I hardly even knew that.
But if you stayed where the racers stayed down at the South Point, you'd see a lot.
Well, the problem is nobody else can stay at the South Point because the entire thing is cup teams.
Industry members, yeah.
Yeah. But let's go and get on to the nitty-gritty. Here we got riding along, if you're watching on YouTube, with Ryan Blaney on his short day. I got to say it because I've had this thought. Just run the tape. If there is a flat tire counter, the 12 has the most.
At Vegas, for sure.
Well, there's that. There's Kansas. So, like, it's not bad luck, guys. It is the decision made by Hassler to push the limit. Because if you look at Loudon a couple weeks ago, his car was exceptional on the short run or the long run.
He's usually the fastest car most places we go.
He's usually the fastest car on the long run because, multiple reasons, but to keep tire build out, to keep just overall left rear attachment, you have to be in the danger zone. And when that thing is sitting there riding on the tire patch in the sidewall, the softer you go, it just deteriorates that sidewall. And the biggest thing is what hurts these things. You see it like California was bad down the backstretch, the real choppy bumps on low air pressure. But when guys come out of the green flag pit stop and they go from the apron to the racetrack, you're trying to in the gas and you're smash, it damages the sidewall of that tire. So I don't feel bad. I feel bad for Ryan's playoff chances that essentially now he's going to win and you're in. But, like, that's the risk you run when you're below everybody else. And Goodyear puts out recommended air pressure.
Hey.
And everybody's going 2, 3, 4 pounds below that because it adds grip. But when you do that, there's consequences.
You can be aggressive and uncomfortable, or you can be slow, right? LaTour says it all the time. So there's a reason 12 cars are always fast. But listen, the 12, I've been on the 12 the last 3 years. We've wrecked at Vegas every time we've been there.
Yeah.
Right? This is nothing new. Is starting the playoffs behind. So good news is he won the last Speedway race. He's won 2 of the fall Talladega races. He's won the last 2 Martinsville races. Do not count the 12 team out just yet.
Well, they're back up against the wall now, and I think that they are as good as anybody when it comes to executing there. I think they can do it.
When's the last time somebody won? Look this one up, Higgy. When's the last time somebody won back-to-back super speedways? Because he won Daytona. So that'd be
it's been a
interesting.
minute.
But, Denny said, too, usually Penske has a points car and then a Hail Mary car. But now they're both points cars. But they could win the next –
They could.
They could win both the next 2 weeks. So
yeah. I mean,
don't count them out yet.
Fords on speedways are untouchable almost. The amount of power they make single-handedly is second to none.
Blaney did it in 2019 and 2020, so it was 2 years, but he's the last one to do it.
He won back-to-back super speedway races?
Old car. Let's
Yeah,
call
it was
that
an old car.
the old era.
So the new era,
Next-gen era.
there is nobody that has won back-to-back.
Super speedway races.
Yeah. Oh, well, at Talladega, I should say. Let me look up Daytona.
Okay. And the biggest storyline of the day. Let's go ahead and talk about it. God almighty.
So I saw Blaney this morning. We talked a little bit about Vegas, but we talked about this Byron hit. Now, this was bad, but before we get to this one, did you see the SVG Michael McDowell?
Yeah. Michael McDowell was in the high groove.
Well, that's where I was like, man, Ty was really up there. Then I saw that, and I was like,
he wasn't.
He wasn't compared to where.
Yeah, McDowell.
Oh my God.
McDowell ended up missing pit road. He put rights on the block there. So
what Ryan said this morning, though, he said, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more.
Yeah.
It gets really sketchy. He said even more so there with the sun,
dude, it's
the speed, and
it's a 4-tire slide off of turn 4 anyways when you're under power, and now you're trying to be on the brakes. Cars going slower, making less downforce. You're up, sliding around. Oh my God, he was so far off the bottom.
I wish the cone was still there.
Yeah,
you could just hit the cone.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness! Heads up by both SVG.
Dude, SVG making a big. He's getting like. He's stacking the pennies on mile and a halves and oval tracks. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with moving forward.
He's around 8 guy next year, I think.
I hope so.
So there's that element, right? There's a couple other close calls I saw that happen. I don't understand why Ty didn't wave off in the backstretch. That's just normal driver etiquette. Now, unless
you
they
just get your hand out the left side, or
so there's 2 things you do. You pull down about a half lane, maybe 3/4 of a lane on the backstretch, and you just give it a little wave. But even if you don't wave, you just shade down a lane, and then you go back up and get your corner.
Just to kind of let them know.
And that's just like when you peek in somebody and they're like offset, you're like, okay, this guy's coming. Ty gave no indication, and those 2 things. So run this.
Ty Dillon, the first car, is car in between them, right? So Ty Dillon down the back straightaway, no indication. Hand
yeah,
out
there's
the
no
window,
there's no car in between. The 5's leading, the 10's behind them.
Oh yeah, 10's the second car.
So two things were fighting against Ty. One, I don't know why he didn't put his hand on the window. So that's number 1. But the 5 was getting this massive arc into 3. So if you see, like this is another element of this incident. The 5, so the 10 goes to the bottom and kind of gets his corner like anybody else would. Well, the 5 gets a big arc and chops him and chops all of his air off. So he was on the bottom, and then all of a sudden gets like the arrow pushed, like
gets tight, has less downforce, so the tires are getting pushed into the track less, so the brakes aren't working as good either.
Correct. So now couple that with the 24. He said, well, Byron in his post interview outside the care center, he said the lane was wrapping the line off 3 and 4 because you just get. It's hot, it's slick, so the longer you wrap off 4, the more grip you have. So he was already committed to wrapping the line. The 10's up, looking like he's going to go, around for another lap. And what we saw was a massive playoff implication right here. Let's go ahead and run it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I was sitting behind Herm on the plane, too. He was scrubbing through some S&P. I said, hey, Herm, pull up 24's in car and see how much brake pressure you use there. And it was like Everybody else is like 650, 700 pounds of brake pressure coming into the pits. His was 1,300. Like,
Well, here, too, we were down in pit stall 36 or so. And I was sitting there, like, the wreck behind you, I was behind the box, and I just saw pink cars come sliding by. It was John Hunter, and I was like, watch out, boys. Holy crap.
Just chaos. It looked like a mine.
It's sketchy pitting down there in that last quadrant that kind of bends around.
Well, isn't that where Mark Martin
No,
hit
that was Michigan.
That was at Michigan?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like they always end up on pit road when they start wrecking there.
Yeah.
And off of 4 at Vegas, man, if there's like hot zones for crashes, that would be dark red.
Well, it just funnels there, and you're going so fast. You know, you can't crack the throttle, especially on restarts and stuff.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Pow.
Dang.
You don't see them wreck like that often, man.
No.
But the 10 was just talking about how rough of a day they were having, so that sucks in general. And to have a bad day, and then
he really finished her off.
He feels this big, man.
Yeah.
The last thing he wants to do is wreck a playoff car, let alone a Chevy teammate.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for all those guys. And then there was a big wreck on a restart. I don't know what happened here. I know we got damaged, so I was kind of fixing our car.
Breed cautions.
Larry Mack.
It looked like it was going to go green to finish, but they had other plans because right now we got some guys on 2, some guys on 4. Too many cars, too little space. This took SVG out of a top 10 day. He was on 2 here. They just...
Did he get wrecked?
Yeah. Well, the 20 tries putting it like in a real tight spot. Yeah.
It's a bait. So, like, when you rewind there, I was listening to...
Oh, man, the Steak Nuggets Mustang early in.
I was listening to Bolins, and he was like, Brad, you can't get baited into that because he's like the 48 shaded low, and then you knew he was trying to shoot the middle. I guess the restart game, from what I understand, I've never driven them, is to shoot middle.
Yeah.
Like you just want to
because guys are, Brad was on 2, so he was sitting in duck. The 48 was the first one on 4. So he's just going to go wherever the 6 doesn't, right? If the 6 is not covering bottom, then he's going to plug bottom. So I don't think the 6 would have ended up blending off 2 okay. I hate it for the 88, man, because he had a great day. Ended the 77's day as well. He was trying to squeak through there and got collected. Right along with Cody Ware.
It's all going good.
Oh, man, smoking. So he tried to weigh it down. Next thing you know, the freaking 54's on his lap.
Yeah. In your lap.
Man, that's a big shot, too.
We got just enough damage there to piss you off. Had to fix it.
Yeah, hit
that was us.
That was you.
Yeah.
How was the old Zane machine?
Zane's really good. We put him a little bit behind on pit road. Not too bad, but he's good, man.
He's a dude.
I think Zane is going to be a guy that if he gets like the right ride, if he gets OEM support, like I think he's got a really strong team right now. Like I've been so impressed with Regenti and how those guys handle races. It's just, it's like we don't ever put it all together. Either Zane has a small mistake and loses some track position. We have a mistake on pit road and lose track position, or we make a call that like we just can't put it all together. But when we do put it together, it's a top 10 effort.
Yeah.
So it's just trying to figure that all out. We got young pit crew guys, young driver, and
before the race, I was walking up and down pit road, and Chase Briscoe and I like cross paths, and I just like, dang, I want to see you win the championship. Like I legitimately think you can.
You can do it.
And he's like, he said like these cars are a cheat code, dude. He's like they just have so much grip. He says like he even said he's like I wish you had a shot to feel what I get to drive every week. I said well good for you. I never get a chance to. I could only imagine. But like here we go. Final restart. Chase Briscoe.
Joey shows up. It's like freaking Joey.
Yeah, everybody looks up like, where has he been all day? On to another great restart. Drag races them into 1.
Well, he was frustrated with the 48 because he's like, the 48 had a chance to go 3 wide, but he pushed the 19. Damn it.
Yeah, into 3.
Down the back, because he has a chance to split both of them.
That's what I'm saying.
So Joey's hope is that he splits both of them and he comes away with the lead. If Joey comes away with the lead, dude,
you ain't getting it away.
Good luck.
You're wrecking. You're wrecking, or he's winning. That's the only 2 options. Dude, look at Denny. Just high, wide, and handsome.
But it doesn't work out for him. He goes backwards here.
Yep.
The 45 ends up getting by him, and then he just. There was one with the 5.
Dude, look at this.
There was a
trying to squeeze him. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but even I don't know if it's here where they come off with 2. Watch this when they come off with 2, dude. I was like, Denny's gonna wreck him. Kyle is the king
of putting bad
of just putting him in. Watch it, putting people in bad spots. Look at this. No. So Kyle just gets to the bottom, and so for those you listen, he gets to the bottom of 1 and 2, and like Denny's clearly going to have the run, and he's barely clear, and he just merges in front of him. That would cause a road rage incident in traffic, for sure.
Oh, for sure. That's one where you get your window knocked off.
But Denny's like, all right, you're going to go to the top. Here, I'll go bottom. See ya. And I couldn't. The sun. Speaking of Blaney this morning, I was like, is the sun that bad in the car as well, or is it
it's
just
probably
like,
worse? Is
it that? Because the camera is in a different spot.
It's way worse.
If your windshield is dirty, you can't see a damn thing.
Well, in Vegas, it gets sandblasted, too. Every caution, it just gets sandy on the racetrack, and it's like Darlington into 3. The sun sets right in your eyes. It's brutal. The 19 didn't even stand a chance. Like
they said, he just got loose. If you get loose a mile and a half, you just can't carry speed. But
he put up a valiant effort.
It didn't matter if it was the AM or the PM. The 11 team was
all day, son.
I'm happy that his sponsor has a purple car at least. I just think it's so important to keep the marketing. Like, even though it was a different sponsor, you could tell it was the 11 because it was purple.
So I had no clue what AM PM was until I was driving like around on the way to the racetrack, and it's like a gas station, like convenience store. And I was like, oh.
I thought it was like Dayquil.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was like a some cough syrup.
It's a gas station?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, like terrible herps, something like that. It's like you need something in AM, go to the AM PM. You need something PM, go to the AM.
Is there all day long? Is there an AM and a PM in Vegas? It's all just runs together.
Dude, I try to stay in my room.
Is it noon or midnight?
You don't know.
That's how everybody's like, what are you doing? I said, I have my own room, and I don't have to be anywhere until 9:30 Vegas time. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, dude.
Got down, went to the gym a little bit, hung out.
So congrats to Denny. 60 career wins is a freaking lot of wins, man.
It's a lot of wins, man. He's been, like I said, he's got a lot of just crap going on in the media, and
the more going on in that guy's life, the better he drives in a circle.
Put all that aside. Lawsuits, teams, just all that aside.
Who did I see? Was it Mark Martin?
Appreciate him as a race car driver.
Who did I see tweet something? Kenny Wallace. He said that Denny Hamlin is the most mentally strong driver since Earnhardt.
Okay. I think Joey's there.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple there, but no, dude, you can make him. Listen, what Denny Hamlin is he's made it to the point where he doesn't have to be compared to anybody because people are going to be comparing, like we compare to Earnhardt, people are going to be comparing people to Denny. He's made his own name in the sport.
And you could also say he's the one setting the bar for, the 2000s or maybe the 10s and and these last 2 decades, Denny's the one setting the bar.
Well, you look at everybody that's been great, and then they switch to these cars and they're not great. Kyle Busch comes to mind. Good run by him this week.
Harvick.
You can name them. Like even like a Chase Elliott, right?
Yep.
Was really good in the old car, struggles in the new car. Denny's been good in everything.
Yeah.
Wing, no wing. Like he's just won in everything they've thrown at him. So obviously he's had great people around him, but he's kept it together.
Well, 7 crew chiefs, 8 crew chiefs he's won with, not even how many he's had. Like
every win has been in the same number car. Like that is nuts.
That is nuts.
So you have to appreciate that.
Shout out Coach too, because he's had to weather some storms.
He's had to bury some bodies for the man.
He has to bury some bodies. But at the end of the day, man, he knows when he's paying that guy to strap in, that 11 car is going to be one to beat. So.
Yeah. Next question, the question of the week Higgy has down is back about Team Penske and will they make the Final Four. Listen, last year with Ryan losing Homestead the way we did, everybody thought the 12 was done. Went to Martinsville and just on a long run late in a race, just blew by everybody and won the race. You don't pull on Superman's cape, man. Joey Logano is the guy that
he's always in the fight.
You just don't know, like, where the hell did he come from? Especially going to Talladega. Like, he controls the lanes and does the stuff. He's got a dog of a gas man. Nick Hensley, like,
great spotter.
The best.
Yeah.
Coleman Presley. Don't tell him I said that. maybe cut that out. But yeah, the best spotter on the roof when it comes to just being prepared and knowing the runs and knowing what to do. So they're going to be a problem this week, dude.
A problem.
A lot of woes on pit road. Let's go there next.
Let's do it, because we got Rajah Caruth coming in, talk about his Truck Series Championship run. I'm excited to him. He's one of my favorite people in the garage, outside the seat, in the seat. Man, we've had a lot of great conversations being teammates the last couple of weeks. I'm excited to talk to him after we cover some pit road boats and woes right after this. Okay, couple woes here. Let's see what we got. First one.
Oh, this swore as an equipment interference. This was, go ahead and run it. So, a couple tires just took bad turns.
Yeah.
And here we are, 38, come around them. How does that Charlie's going to come around, Charlie Plank, and drop the tire, and it just kind of turns and trickles over. I was joking because we all had to ride a bus together when we parked the cars at the Travis and Mack Center to the airport. And
Travis Mack has his own?
No, not what is it, Thomas and Mack Center.
Okay.
I always call it Travis and Mack because of Travis. But I was like, man, imagine if this right rear rolled over and my jackman grabbed the wrong tire and hung that one. That would have been
brutal. No left rear grip.
Yeah, I'm super tight. But after that, like, there ended up being 3 tires because we were angled in so far. If you play it, again, I pull my left front, and it takes this weird roll, and thank God, it hits the left rear as our left rear comes off, or else it would have rolled right in the 99s box. So it was just a complete cluster. So watch my left front comes out. Oh, you can't see it. And when I stood up, there was 3 tires laying at the left rear, and I'm like, that doesn't add up. But I was hoping they wouldn't get called for it, because you don't want anybody to get called for it. But the pro system's so good, man. You can't hide from it. Nick Odell found that out on the 9-car. 9-car had been the best team through the playoffs.
They were having
and it just took a bad turn.
Yeah.
And it was like almost right there and just got a little bit too far away. Under green, man. And it just puts you too far behind. But that is just nightmare fuel for a front tire changer, dude.
Man. And it's literally just like slow motion as that thing like rolls off in your peripheral. Now, why? I was trying to read Alan's lips here. He's like, trust me. I don't know what he was saying there. Trust me. Why would
Trust me, I got you.
just in general.
Dude, Nick Odell, too. It's not talked about enough. He might be the best tire changer to ever, maybe the best pit crew guy to ever do it. Like, it's between him and Jake Simonera in our era. Like, he was on the 9-car for a long time with Casey Kane and won a bunch of races there on the 9. Then he was on the 18 on the M&M's car with Kyle Busch, won championships, won a bunch of races there. And then he's been on the 9-car again with Chase, the 24.
Yep.
And then the 9 won a championship with him. Like, he's won so many races, and it'd be great to get him in to just, like, kind of explain his career, because these are guys that the fans don't know enough about. But he even did, like, sports science back in the day.
Yeah.
He's been such a great tire changer, and he's still doing it, man. And he's still one of the best in the sport. It's just unfortunate, the tire just took a bad roll. Like, he rolled it right, and it just kind of got on the edge, and they do that. With the offsets of these tires and how big they are, sometimes they just go places that you don't know about. It's the same thing happened with Charlie Plank, right? He set it down, thought it was going to the wall, and it just turned.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Well, take your spare tire out of your truck and try to roll it straight and hit a target.
Well, and then take 2 of them, tie them together, and then try to control it.
That's how wide they are.
And put all the weight on one side of it, because there's so much offset to the wheel. All the weight
when you're
is on the front
it,
side.
Are you trying to be weight on the wheel side?
So I do a couple different things. Now, the kind of green flag stop, I'll stop it and roll it to make sure I control it more if somebody's in front of us. But, like, if you go back and watch the 12 when we're trying to win a championship, I launch it in the air because it just get it out of my hand faster. But I always kind of dictate my role on the
and what do you
risk
just
versus reward.
Chuck it and pray to God that it doesn't take a bad bounce?
If you're going for wins, dude, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
But the faster you throw it, the faster it's probably going to get to where it needs to go. Right. It straightens itself out. Like, Nick's kind of rolled slow and turned, and he does the same thing I do, where he stops it and rolls it. Where a lot of these young guys, they just pick it straight up and throw it, and it doesn't land until it's past the emblem on the car.
Yeah.
And that sometimes hits the nose and turns. It sucks, dude. Rolling that right front tire is the worst.
So that unfortunately killed the 9's day because he wasn't able to really get back. He was kind of mired in traffic, like 18th to 22nd the rest of the day. Because the 9 had a hot rod. I think he would have been in that mix with the 5 and the 11. I don't know if he had a car to win because the 11 rose to he was the cream of the crop at the end of the day. But Chase would have had another top 5 day. So where's he at in the cut line right now?
Chase Briscoe.
He's
the Elliott.
Plus teens.
Elliott. Chase Elliott. He is below it right now. He is.
Read me the points, will you?
Here we are. Here's the points.
Here we go. Denny's locked in, obviously. Kyle Larson, plus 35.
Chris Bell, plus 20. Chase Briscoe, plus 15.
Then Willie, Chase, Joey, Blaney below. Let me just say this. Those numbers are irrelevant going into Talladega. It really is irrelevant. I think it's going to be however you are. If you can just somehow be within striking distance, if you can be within a point or two of the cut line into Martinsville, like – everybody's going to be in a must-win position next week.
If everybody doesn't tune in to Talladega to see what the hell goes on, then then we know we need to change the playoff format because this is the most amount of drama I can remember.
Oh, we're back on networks. That'll certainly bump some numbers, I think. I really do think I don't believe that it's not the playoff system. Does it need to be tweaked? Absolutely. But it's just the overall negative sentiment publicly, because generally speaking, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or X, like it's so negative with there's no positive information. There's no positive things.
I'm just excited for the conversation.
So of course nobody's gonna. I would rather just like turn on and watch Panthers game. Shout out them catching a dub, by the way.
Chase Briscoe, slow stop. What happens here? I don't know. Something on the left rear. I haven't seen this one yet. Come off the right.
Watch this jack man. He's gonna hang this tire. Think it's fine. It's not. Oh, he has to go back.
So he didn't get it back.
Hey, quick thinking,
dude, smart. Like leave and comes to the jack. It's hard to not just rip that jack, right? So for those guys to.
Have you ever got hit by the jack?
Yes, I've been hit by everything.
Dude, those like that, they barely missed it. They whipped that thing around. Sure would not.
Our jackman just started doing that this week, and I'm like, I want my ACL.
Who's jackman?
But Daniel Smith, the rear tire changer on that, is a 2-time champion. He's won a ton of races with Tony Stewart, with Kevin Harvick. He's new. He was at Stewart-Haas for like 47 years. But he was at Stewart-Haas and changed tires for Jason Leffler.
Jack Sprague.
Yeah, like he was there when he went from the pit school to Haas. Then he was there for Stewart-Haas, won a ton of races, 2 championships. And he's new at Gibbs this year. That's the type of stuff that wins you if they drop the jack and it's not on there,
over.
He's not plus 15. That's the type of saves that win you a championship and send you into deep water in a playoff run, and that's a really good catch. The 11 had a jack issue. This was under green. Let's see what happened here.
If you want to have an issue that's not
okay, so Joel had a tough time either with his right side set with the jack, and then when he went to go jack it, the tire kind of rolled back under his handle, so he couldn't quite get there, so he was just all bound up. See how it's right there under him?
Yeah.
See the triple
Just
jump
on
it,
bad
and just
spot.
slow. But it's like I equate this to airplanes. Yep, that was a hard landing, but we got down safe. Like, land the plane, have no casualties. Under green's the time to have that, too. I had this conversation yesterday with a young tire changer I know. He's like, man, it's the first time I did green flag stops in the Xfinity race. And I was like, green flag stops are way easier. He's like, well, they're more important. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, you could do a 15 and lose 2 spots on a green flag stop. You do a 15 under caution, you're the last car off pit road.
Right.
So, like, green flag stops
Time
are just
over
about
distance.
not having him come back down pit road.
Right.
It's not about raw speed. Like, get it done right the first time. So, yeah, people will say, that's a chink in the 11's armor, but I don't believe so. You're going to have issues. You just want them to be at the right time to where you don't dump all your track position. And Dogs of the Week this week, man, these guys have been on fire lately. We pitted next to them last week at Charlotte, and I was like, man, these boys are rolling, and that is the 5 team.
Hey.
They were your boys. These were the 7-car guys.
They were very good.
Eric Ludwig, Alan Stallings, Jafar Hall.
Jafar's a dude, man.
Yeah, they're awesome. Mike Moss and Brandon Harder is the glue, the gas man glue that holds it all together. They're all led by Cliff Daniels. They have been super strong. The whole Hendrick bunch has been really strong. 24, I think, was P1 on the day. They're really good. The 24, the 5, the 48, and the 9 has been leading the. They obviously had a low late, but they've been leading the mechanics where. I'd love to see where that shakes out after Vegas, but the mechanics were points for the pit crew of the year. So the whole Hendrick pit department has just been on it, dude, and the 5 car is just setting the bar. Happy to see that for Ludwig, man. He's revolutionized the game.
Bulldog.
Everybody's doing his stuff now. So
biggest calves on pit road as well. They look like just straight up footballs back there.
Yeah.
He was a nose tackle first. I don't know where.
I don't know what that means, but that sounds hard.
That's the guy that lines up right to the left or the right of the center. Imagine trying to get that. Like, you ain't getting by him.
No.
He's built like a bulldog. That's why his nickname's Bulldog.
Elon.
Football.
Elon. Couple guys. Riddle went to Elon. He's quarterback.
A bunch of people from Elon. He went to Elon.
You went to Elon?
Yeah. So.
All right. Pumping out
Awesome.
some winners.
Well,
what else we got? Speaking of winners, we're going to have Rajah Caruth join us here in a second. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Excited to hear that youngin's chance going into Talladega this week. Hopefully finish the second behind that 77 truck. Let's get in here and talk to Rajah Caruth. Okay, buckle up, guys. One of my good friends. I don't have very many in the garage anymore. Please help me welcome to Noncents Garage, Mr. Rajah Caruth.
Why you preface it
What's
like
up,
that?
everybody?
Like, why you preface it like nobody likes you, man?
I was about to say you're a
No,
guy.
I don't. I think some people like me. I just don't like a lot of people.
Oh, you're the
Oh,
problem.
well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I have really enjoyed being your teammate last couple of weeks,
Likewise,
driving that
yeah.
truck, man. And we've had some like really in-depth life conversations sitting on like driver intro stage. I'm like, maybe we should
Dude.
light it up before we start racing. Like, I'm getting way down. But hey, thanks for coming
Gotta
in,
keep it
buddy.
real. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I gotta say, like, I'm really like this is my second or third time in here, and
Yeah.
now it's just like really taking in all the different things on the wall. Like, got the old vintage Gatorade cups and the die cast. Like, I love the. This is like a peak man cave, so I love it.
I appreciate that. We've had to get a lot of compliments
Did
on the old Noncents Garage.
Did you ever go to the NASCAR Cafe? We got NASCAR Cafe.
I missed that. I
vibes
missed
going
so
on.
much cool stuff.
The old NASCAR
Yeah.
The only thing we
Cafe.
need, and we do have like body parts hanging from the ceiling. Those were
Not
sick.
race car body parts. Don't
Make
get
that
weird.
abundantly
all right?
clear.
Yeah.
Let's clear that up.
We actually do have some prosthetics. Shout out Brad Lang. We have some prosthetics hanging in the room.
We're
back
off
here.
the rails already.
You pointed out one thing though. I want to bring that up. You talked about behind Ryan's head is the Scooby-Doo diecast car. So you said you bought one of those when you're in high
So
school?
yeah, I have for those that don't know, I think me and Brandon Queen probably have the best like diecast collection of like up and coming drivers, and
Brandon Queen, not Brandon McQueen. As Corey likes to call him.
Butterbean Brandon Queen.
Butterbean Brandon Edward.
Butterbean McLightning
McQueen?
McQueen.
Yeah,
that's his
great guy. I don't know how he's an Eagles fan and he's from Virginia, but no shade. Shout out to
Dude,
Brandon.
all the shade. Eagles fans are trashy.
Hey,
You know
man.
that?
Wait, how are you not an Eagles fan if you're
Because I am a respectable human.
okay? I have
Yeah,
a lot of
that's-
friends that are Eagles fans. I mean, I
Me too.
respect. Anyway,
What's your favorite diecast in your collection?
diecast. I have a Jimmie Johnson Foundation 2009 COT.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of my holy grails. So,
Is
but
it signed?
Is it signed?
it is not signed.
Oh,
on, Jim.
man.
I don't really get like my diecast signed because like I'll get like little garage dioramas or little mini tracks and stuff to put them on. Like Carson has posted some of the stuff he's got. I'll have like little garages, but I typically have more like 164s than 124s. So, but yeah, I do have one of those Scooby-Doo 32s. So.
Dude, I found
That's
a
my favorite
fire one the other day. I was sitting in my office, and I forgot I had it. The 99th win that we won with Blaney at Pocono was signed by all the Wood
Oh,
brothers.
cool.
Yeah, by all the Wood brothers. I was
That
like,
thing's gotta be
oh,
worth
I
so
forgot
much
I had this.
Big Jimmy fan. You're wearing
Big
the
Jimmy
shirt.
fan.
Do you know where that's championship?
That is
picture, Jimmy.
Number 7 right here. I got this at the Hendrick Museum at
You
the store.
you
I literally bought it.
Just
I
walking around.
100%. So
like,
this
hey,
is what happened.
hey, Rick, I'm driving for you. What's the shirt cost?
So,
$19.99.
This is they gave me a discount though, so
Hey, appreciate
shout out.
that.
Yeah. Basically, so I go to pit practice over there once a week. Usually, if I'm not if I'm in town, and truck guys or if we have a truck race, because we only have I guess 25 out of the 36 of the year, and I'll go and be around them for driving the truck, or if they need somebody to drive the one lug car, just to be around my group, but also learn the Devo guys and stuff. So one of those days I got there a little bit early, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just go to the museum because why not? Like, see if they got any cool stuff and just check it out. And I saw a cool City Chevy shirt that I got, and then this shirt. So I
Is it that all over City Chevrolet print?
it is
shirt?
green, yeah. Like
I just got that
it's black base and then City Chevrolet. Looks
Love
very
that.
cool. So
What sort of Jimmie traits do you try to emulate? That guy set the bar for me. He hung
yeah,
me.
I think
Then I wrecked him a couple times last year. He was not happy about it.
yeah, depressing. But
What's the saying? Like, live long enough to where your idols become your
your
enemies?
rivals?
or something?
Idols become your rivals.
That
yeah.
happened with Jimmie. Sorry, man.
Same with KB for me.
Oh, he's there too.
Are you beefing?
No,
Or talking about me.
no. I'm saying
You beefing with KB?
no.
Oh.
I'll talk about that at a different date. No beef though. But for me, I don't know. I think just the off the racetrack, the character and treating your team and fans and whatnot. So I think that's the thing I try to emulate, because it's hard to, I think, emulate drivers or driving styles, because eras and different iterations of cars, different teams, and like I feel like as a driver you're heavily influenced by the coaches you have, your background in racing. So for me to try to emulate somebody from a different background is extremely hard, right? Like the closest person I could probably try to follow is William, with having this very similar backgrounds, and which it helps he's a Hendrick guy, obviously. But I'd say, yeah, just the off the racetrack, and him being a family man, and obviously knowing the off the track things that are needed to be successful and building your team and whatnot. So yeah, that's my GOAT for sure.
Jimmie is the GOAT. People forget. I think just because he's so kind of humble and
Yeah. It's easy to forget.
I went to Billy Ryan's place the other day, who's got a great car collection. He had a couple old 48 cars, like
Nice.
06, like the 05, 06 with a twisted body, and I was like, damn, this thing striped everybody's ass. They were so good.
That team top to bottom, though, is so freaking
Everything was great, but, it's just, yeah, there was no weak links on that 48 deal.
There was it was funny for like a long or a good period of time. Like he had won a championship for like half the years I was alive. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
He won the championship every year I was in the sport for my first 5 years.
It's like, Jesus, this guy's going to win until the end of time.
Yeah. He was winning a lot of them.
So, man, go ahead.
So, we were going to just keep going on to your stuff, but I thought that was a perfect segue, because another guy that's been in the sport a long time is Bono, your crew chief, right? And there's a lot of stuff about Bono here. And there's a lot. I think when you come in the sport, you find guys. I think there's a good mix of like new people who think the same way you do, but also leaning on guys that have been in the garage for a long time. Is Bono one of those guys that you lean on quite a bit?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's been a thing of like we both learned a lot from each other. For myself, like having different crew chiefs over the years and learning different styles, like different communication styles, not just on the radio, but like on a week-to-week basis, right? Whether it's simulation or setup stuff or things that we both need to do better. I think it's been a great process that I've just grown to be a better driver and just a man that's prepared for whatever is thrown at me. So it's been great to work with Bono. He actually did my first couple races in the truck in 2022 out of his garage in Troutman. Yeah. So it was cool to kind of get reunited this year and have a full circle moment. So it's definitely I've learned a lot, and I think for him I'd say he could say he's learned a lot, because I think he's gone more to the sim this year than he has in his entire life. Partially because I'm an iRacing kid, obviously, and I live on that DIL. But our GM tools are obviously really good, and they're to the point where you got your experienced and renowned guys are trusting that thing more than their notes. So,
how old are you?
23.
23. God Almighty, you got the world's your oyster, my friend. So
it doesn't always feel like that for us young guys coming up to. Well,
I don't know if it ever feels like that, to be honest with you, but like. You have a relentless pursuit of your goal. And your goal is what?
Sundays. Race competitive on Sundays. And
no kids, living by yourself. You have all the time, and all your chips are pushed onto the table in the pursuit of trying to put yourself in the right positions, which I believe are coming, to become that, right? I'm curious now at 23 what your definition of what you consider success. Because
great question.
With that goal out front, and when I was your age, the only thing for me that I can consider success is getting to that goal. But you're not there yet, and you have been successful. So I'm curious what your mindset is around what success is at this phase of life.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think you can definitely send yourself down a bad road of chasing others' expectations and goals for you, and also chasing or wanting to receive the success that others are maybe getting from an outcome or an accolade side of things. So I think for myself, I've just tried to keep the focus on the journey and the process more than the destination and the outcome. Because obviously, like you mentioned, all of us drivers, we show up to go and win, whether it's go to the go-kart track and race against your teammates, to Millbridge, to
going to the simulator,
running faster laps, playing iRacing at home, like to winning practice and racing against the best, on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's the ultimate reason why we do it. But it's easy to get lost in the process and have bad sessions, bad mistakes, and whatnot. And I think for me, success is just really focusing on the process and just keeping your head above water and letting stuff go. Like it's we talked about
oh man, we talked about that a lot.
Yeah, we actually, like you mentioned, we talked about a lot of that, not just at intros at the Roval race, but by the way, that had a very good impact on me. I just want you to know that.
Did it?
Not just in the race, but just kind of opening.
So before the race, he was telling you to let stuff go.
He was really hard on himself.
Then after the race, he got mad and left drove home in his fire suit and left his family there.
Tell me about
so,
that.
There's a tale of two different, before and after.
Yeah, do as I say, Rajah, not as I do.
Yeah, which was the trend of the whole season, which we had talked about, of just like, man, like, obviously, like us drivers, like we're trying to get every little bit right, whether it's on pit road or restarts and running the tire to its absolute limit, right? And you feel like sometimes you do the process and the things and you're not getting the outcome, and it's like, well, what am I doing wrong, right? And our conversation definitely helped, and balancing holding yourself accountable and knowing the things you need to do better, but also like not
so hard.
driving yourself crazy.
It's so hard. I'm bad about it, because that's what I think my message to you is like, I wish I had a shorter memory. I wish I didn't let the bad sessions or the bad mistakes affect me as much, and I would just freaking hold on to them. And it was so hard to shed. And then to his point, we have several bad pit stops, and we took a third place day and made it 18th. And I just literally got out of the truck. Did you hear this?
I got out of the truck. Me.
I didn't even go. I went to the hauler to grab my phone.
Yeah, you didn't change.
I didn't change. I got in my fire suit and drove to my house and pouted.
He slept in his fire suit that night. He didn't shower.
Yeah, sweaty himself off. But yeah, also there's a balance though, because you should be passionate. You should care about when stuff doesn't go right. There's a balance there,
especially when it's in your control.
Yeah.
And there's controlling what you can control, and then you'll figure out, I can't control that, but if I make a little tweaks here, then I can control that. Like it's just new levels, new devils, man. But it's you said it like. I think when we were 23, we didn't feel like – it felt like there was a stronghold on the sport from the older guys. And now it's like, when I look around, it's all of our friend group that are in major positions in the sport, winning championship races.
Crew chiefs,
engineers, even working in NASCAR. So, like, you're being groomed now at a young age where you will be that next generation that in 10 years from now, you will have the keys to it. It does feel far away, but it comes quick.
I think like that really brings up two good points. Like for us, like we grow up and seeing you guys go from. I mean, I remember watching you race the 07 car in K&N when I was just
back when I was good.
Yeah, well, you've always been good. It's just a matter of what you're sitting in. But for me, like going from there to, I mean, you remember my first ARCA race at Phoenix, like coming to me on pit road and stuff, and you see these guys that you watch from a kid, and now you're on the racetrack with them, or you're watching them get their accolades to get to the end of their career, and you see that result or that outcome that you want for yourself. So another thing that you mentioned, with peers, for myself, and I'm sure other drivers have, worked with this or had this over the years, right? We're always kind of comparing to each other, looking over our shoulders, looking next to us on like, all right, this guy's going here, this guy's getting this opportunity, this guy's doing really well. And it's hard to you lose a lot of the presence on yourself, and at the end of the day, you're not just trying to get better than you were yesterday. You're trying to get better than other people, right? And the thing that I have to constantly remind myself is that you only can get better than those other people by just getting better, than you were yesterday. So I struggle with that every day. I mean, for me, we were at the go-kart track this morning going with like all the wise guys and guys and gals, I should say, and track house.
Yeah. I
still call it GoPro, but I'll go and for me, karting is so hard, And, you know, for some people have the experience and some people it's just a natural fit for them. And I've got to always apply myself. And it's so hard to let go of like, dang, I didn't do this right or I didn't do good. And understanding that it's just karting. And if I did better than myself.
When you get Scott Speed in there, it's like, you know, 45 years old and he's on your
Straight
ass.
badass.
And then he'll get in there and run 3 seconds faster than you. Like, oh.
You said
awesome.
You said the Wise guys, and I was like, is that like your friend group name? Then I realized it was Josh Wise's guys that with the Chevrolet program. I was like, oh, that's your group friends. I saw Scott Speed clip the other day of him and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wrecking each other in the ARCA race
I did
Toledo.
see that.
I was like, oh
that
man,
was
that was brutal. But like, who are your peers? Who are you around the most? Like, who in the sport do you hang out with the most?
I'd say no. I mean, there's a few drivers I'm definitely cool with, and whether it's text messages or, you know, texting good job after races and stuff, I'm definitely that guy or thoughtful in that aspect. But in terms of like my core friends, like I've got a handful, but I would say they're not really drivers. Like Don Trade and Sydney, they work at 2311. They're probably some of my closest friends, and I've got friends outside the sport from playing iRacing with or going to college with. LeVar as well from racing the ARCA stuff, and probably Lane too. Which Lane is funny because Lane Riggs, we have the same birthday.
Really?
Same birthday, same year, and everything. So I'd say him and
I need to get him on.
probably
He's
Grant.
fun to talk to.
Lane is funny, but honestly, like thinking about it, like of all the drivers that I've raced against and worked with, probably Grant. I'd say, you know, getting to know him from my rookie season at GMS to, you know, working together as teammates through an alliance this year. You know, he's a great guy, and definitely I've learned a lot from him.
I'm a big LeVar Scott fan. He's a Jersey guy.
Oh yeah,
He's been
yeah.
micro sprints. He's doing it the right way. God, he's a handsome son.
Come on, got the
Good
earrings.
looking
and
fella.
everything.
Good looking for easy over there. I had like, do you have a moment that stands out of like welcome to the National Series?
I have a good and bad one. My bad one was wrecking on the third lap of my or second lap of my third Xfinity race at Pocono in the Alpha Prime car. I had a in-car camera, the whole deal. That was
Which
tough.
corner?
Off of 4 or off of turn 3.
Yeah.
And the worst part is I didn't just wreck myself. I took out Alex LeBay with me, and he was driving for Mario, and, you know, I had to talk to Mario after the race.
I don't know Mario Gosling.
Mario Gosling, you don't want to mess with that guy. But,
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that is good is that, you know, I made those mistakes and obviously acknowledge it and talk to the teams and stuff and learn from it.
It was like a
Didn't
slow
make it
spin
again.
off of 3.
What's your good one?
No, I got free and I was trying to get in behind him and just misjudged the spacing.
top.
So,
What's your good one?
good one. I'd say the good one is there. Anytime I get to go and practice, anytime I go and get to drive on a, you know, whether it's Talladega this weekend, the Roval last week, Richmond, Kansas. I mean, any of the tracks that I'd, you know, played on video games growing up or watched as a kid to go and drive on the tracks, whether I'm top 5 or 20th. I mean, I had to remind myself sometimes, but those are the moments where
Now
I feel
you're in
like-
the game.
In the game.
You play with yourself.
No.
Hang on.
My rating is terrible.
Do you use your driver when you play the game?
Man, that's a
I
tough
have
question.
not. I usually
Hang on. Whoa.
no. I usually pick like I haven't done the trucks, but whenever I do the trucks, I'd probably pick Ross or KB or something.
Ross Chastain.
Yeah.
Love that.
Shout out Ross.
Shout out
But my
Ross.
rating is terrible. Like I don't.
Your rating, so you don't play as your own.
But like I haven't really. I mean, the game came out like a couple days ago though. I just been playing online though. I haven't played like any of the quick races.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, I think the game they did a great job with it.
Yeah.
Like no BS. I played it maybe 2 months ago, and they were still working on the AI, and to where it's at now, I think they
You've got
great job.
one. We're gonna get to this later, but what's your go-to iRacing car and racetrack? Like you had one that you
It's changed over the years because like they've edited things and stuff.
all-time favorite.
I really liked the Gen 6 when I first got on iRacing before like the downforce package. Like it was nice with 700 whatever horsepower and the tiny spoiler and running like Darlington and Bristol on there. It was a lot of fun. So whenever the fixed races would go and do that. But whenever I'm bored, I like to drive the old COT and just go and drive like a
Strictly NASCAR.
I mean, I run the road stuff now. Like I run a lot of the Porsche Cup. Like just
I'm
for
like a
fun.
street
Like the
stock at
GT3
USA
stuff?
Speedway
Yeah.
type guy.
That stuff's fun, like to just mess around with friends and stuff. But I like to run the road, so whether it's like Porsche Cup or like Super Formula, just to, I feel like it makes me a little bit better because I go and see like whether it's open wheel or sports car guys. They go and drive on there. So I'm like, okay, I'll go and give this a try.
There's some fast dudes on there. Yeah. If somebody were to like, what's it cost to like build a rig?
Like a nice rig or like, I mean, you could do it cheap if you just built it with like plywood. I mean,
A little nicer than that.
A little nicer than that.
Just want to know how much your
computer or
rig
no?
costs. What kind of rig do you have?
I've had
I have
a
a
couple
sim seat.
different ones.
I've got a sim seat. I also have a victory sim that was at Spire, but I moved it and
What
it's
kind
at a
of
buddy's
wheel and
house.
pedals?
I've got a Logitech stuff now, so I got the new Logitech direct drive stuff. So it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
This isn't the weeds, but I'm gonna ask it. I've got a theory. Did I tell you my theory?
No.
That you see these guys, especially back when it was COVID and we were racing video games on television. That was like peak
That was crazy.
aggravation for me.
Oh,
And
buddy.
you've got, guys firing up a laptop, right, with like the red and blacks just crossed and sparking with like this G26, the oldest wheel you can find, like Timmy Hill, Ty Majeski,
There's something to that. I know exactly where you're getting at.
right? My theory is this: is like the crappier your controls are, that's giving limited input into the
better you
better
are.
it is.
I 100% agree.
Yes.
Because like the more input and the nicer your controls are, the more data that the CPU's collecting,
I agree.
and it knocks speed off.
I think that I don't know about that last. I
think it
that
like
can make
the
sense.
wheels notice every.
Notice
What was
more
it?
things.
G26? Is that a wheel?
That's like the one where you
G27 is
G27. If somebody
Yeah, sure.
had that, they're usually faster.
right.
100%. I agree about that because my opinion on iRacing, like rigs and stuff, is that the nicer your stuff is, it's more comfort, but the comfort isn't the speed. Like you could just go like when I was at my best, like running in the Contender Series, like potentially making it to the Coke Series, like I was racing on my desk with the
Right.
old Thrustermaster wheel. So I think having the nice rig, the nice seat, and all that direct drive stuff, like it's good. Don't get me wrong, and I think my stuff's I like driving with it, and it feels realistic, but if you're trying to be the nicest iRacer or the best iRacer, you don't need the nicest, $1,000+
You heard it here first.
It helps, but not necessary. Just run all the laps you can.
How are we gonna team up, shake and bake, and beat Corey Haim this weekend, dog?
Man,
Don't push them halfway out, half
hey
straight away
man,
ahead of
Yeah.
we can't get the separation at Daytona that you can get at Talladega anyway. Like I think our stuff gets too gridlocked
Okay.
with the Ilmores and the bodies. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we qualify well in
Yep.
the top 10.
Yep.
Just keep the track position. Don't mess up the green flag cycle and
Let's just you lead a lane, I'll lead a lane, and we just like
Just
gridlock
gridlock
it
it,
all
just-
day. 200 miles, me and you.
does that fall under race
looking at
manipulation?
it, looking at each other like, hey man, let's
Sorry,
do it.
NASCAR
This is our
competition.
plan.
Shake and bake.
But how
I'll
can
just-
you
I'll just
win?
wave.
Can I win this one? No.
I'd be fine with you winning me run second. That'd be a great point.
But you need. Where are you at in points? Which point?
plus
situation?
one.
Okay.
Plus one and
Oh.
fourth. But then second and third are both plus two.
Well, we got to get you in championship
battle.
4, dog.
Well, I want to get you a win too.
Yeah, but I want to get you in championship 4.
Well,
Maybe we can both.
My
win.
window's closing, your window's open. Now, don't get me wrong.
Don't leave him hanging.
Don't get me wrong. I would love to pass you on the last lap. But
Yeah.
I would also be very excited to see you punch your ticket to
Well,
championship
thanks.
4. Because I could also win in Martinsville too. I feel good about
That
that.
too.
But
Get a second,
nonetheless, we're headed to
second
Talladega.
grandfather clock.
I feel good about our chances there to control that race and see what we can do. The fans can tune in on Friday to watch you driving that HendrickCars.com Silverado.
Come on.
And whatever is on my truck this weekend, driving the 77 truck, we'll be up there trying to dice it
You
up
got the
for a win.
you got the Garner trucking truck.
Oh, we do have
the
the
Garner trucking.
The last time
Garner
I drove that
truck.
thing, I ended up on my lid,
dear
so
God.
that'll be
Oh.
good. Is that at Martinsville or is that this week? Did you see it? I haven't been
Oh,
to the
maybe
shop
that's
this-
Martinsville.
Yeah, it might be
Maybe.
my Martinsville
I
truck.
saw it scrolling. I saw
Corey,
it this
lock
weekend.
in, dude.
I don't know if I could be more locked out. Okay. It's tough.
So, Xfinity racing, how much different is it for you?
Man, so I'll tell you this. So my first National Series races was in Xfinity. Like before I even ran a truck, I ran for Alpha Prime in 22 and ran some races. Ran there in 23 and ran my first race with Hendrick. And to go from that to truck and getting used to a truck for 2 years, 3 years, it's crazy to go back and forth because you go and get so used to going a mile and a half, just going through the gears, just holding it wide open, straight to the fence, coming to start your first laps of practice, and running it wide open in the middle in traffic, and just changing directions in the middle of the corner. And you go in an Xfinity car, and it's like, oh, got power now and nothing to kind of lean on. So it's definitely an adjustment going back and forth. And obviously the best guys can go and do it, but definitely an adjustment for sure.
How much different? Just somebody that has never driven before. Just to articulate the difference between a truck and an Xfinity car.
Yeah, so I would say the truck, they're more stuck and have more grip by themselves. So just more, you can just hold the gas and just turn the wheel and it'll kind of go where you want it in most cases if it's obviously really well and depending on the racetrack. Whereas the Xfinity car, you're having to slow down a lot more for the turns based off of going faster with the more horsepower, but also having less overall downforce based off of the spoiler and the splitter on the lip on the front of the nose. So
SVG said it was like driving a forklift. Because when you drive a forklift, the back tires turn. So when you turn in the corner, it does one of this.
Yeah, I'd say it's like that. That was my experience getting readjusted at Kansas a couple weeks ago. Like I was way going straight in the corner, and then they're like, arc it out, and I'm like, oh, okay.
It's loose.
It's not even loose. It's just you just get so used to having like a billboard to lean on, because it's really, you got that giant deck lid in the truck, and you just get so used to that, and it's definitely an adjustment going back and forth. But
well, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. But you've already answered our 3 questions, and you kind of answered Ryan's iRacing car, GT3. Where would you pick for a racetrack?
I won't pick an oval because that's easy. I'd say,
Nürburgring's been getting some hits last couple weeks.
I'd say maybe Spa or Silverstone.
Yeah, it's a cool track.
Yeah, I played those tracks on the F1 games when I was younger, and to drive on iRacing is pretty fun. So,
what's your favorite? I'll adjust this question a little bit. What's your favorite memory of the year so far?
Man, that's tough. I guess I'll do 2, just to have one with obviously winning a race and then one unrelated. So I'd say obviously winning Nashville was great. Having my dad there, my girlfriend, my buddy Jordan was one of my iRacing friends for a long time, and his dad was there, and I don't know if I mentioned my dad as well. So that was a great memory. I actually cut myself after the race accidentally on the trophy because it's
Jesus. Where's the D-Bird tool?
Exactly. Like the ends of it were sharp, and I was holding it and had an accident, and I cut my chin. So
dang, bro.
Yeah, that was a funny memory. But I think off the track, I think I've just been able to do other things that have been fun. Like I went to the U.S. Open in Miami earlier this year.
Who's your guy?
Coco.
Okay.
Or lady, I guess.
Yeah.
Shout out Coco. I think she won when I was there, or the rounds that she was playing that day. We with Andretti and TWG, I got to drive a Formula E car. That was dope.
What?
That was dope. That was back in April. That was a lot of fun.
Where'd you drive it at? Oh, where did I see
Homestead
that?
Roval.
How was
it? Homestead Roval. It was cool.
He did
It was
better
like a
than
big
Mr.
go-kart.
Beast in that one, didn't he?
Oh,
Wrecked
way
that.
better than Mr. Beast. He
chunked it.
Oh boy, good old Hans check there. I'd say besides that, I went to a basketball game. I saw the Lakers play the Wizards earlier this year, so that was a lot of fun. Big basketball guy, so yeah. And I'm gonna
LeBron ask you for an autograph?
He did not.
What
I
are you
did see
missing
him
out?
do the. He did the
dust,
chalk.
yeah.
So that was cool. That's a core memory engaged in my brain.
That's what's up. All right, let's get to it. We're gonna land this bird. More Stacking Pennies coming up after this. Oh, we're back. Let's land this plane. Got any penny stackers? I got one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I was walking just around aimlessly through the Cosmo maybe Friday night and grabbed some dinner, played a little blackjack, running to McReynolds, and Priest. Priest was up $32,000 at the casino.
32 grand?
Yeah, he pulled out. He pulled out.
What was he playing?
Craps maybe.
Oh boy, you don't ever go up like that playing craps. Good for him.
Unless it was just a hot roll. But he pulled. I mean, he started with I don't know, a couple grand, and I was like, "Damn, bro, buying some diapers." So, anyways, I leave those guys as I try to stay on East Coast time while I was out there. So I'm going to bed. It was 5:30, 6 o'clock. So I'm walking out, and I was on the other side of the Cosmos somewhere. I don't know. You're just you lose track of. Wouldn't know which way is north when you're walking around in there, right? So I come out, and I'm like, how, like, I'm looking at my freaking Google Maps, like, how the hell do you get back to the where I need to go? Because I come out and there's like this parking garage, no street access. So I go back inside. I'm like talking to the guy that works there. I'm like, hey man,
I'm lost.
I'm lost. Like, how the hell do? And he was like, I know who you are. I'm like, I'm lost as well. It's what I am.
Yeah.
He goes, I listen to the show.
Hell yeah.
Stacking Pennies. I'm like, yes, my man. Appreciate that.
I'm lost.
I don't even need to get your name because I need to get back to the hotel. He's like, no, that way, this way, up escalator. So, shout out, homeboy, from the Cosmo that helped me get directions. How random is that?
That's great.
So appreciate that, fella. We got penny stackers all over the country.
Breaking news here. Spire Motorsports and Justin Haley will part ways following 2025 Cup Series season.
Okay.
Copy. That's not a great kept secret. Everybody kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah, I mean, the 7 car gets another victim. I really do hate that for him because he went from driving the 48 car, like that he was in the pipeline for that, to now doesn't have a seat. I could obviously have a lot of behind the scenes information on how all that stuff went down, but I think Justin is better than what this year has shown, and that is a dumpster fire over at the moment with that 7 team in particular. So it seems like Suarez is going to, when the music stops, is going to be in that seat.
Damn, what are you just leaking information on here?
Sure. I don't care. It's like if you've got sponsorship and you can plug it in somewhere and it's the best available seat, then that's just where you plug your money and you keep getting your fun tokens and drive around in circles.
Couple shout-outs.
Yeah, let's
Eric
keep on moving.
Almirola beats
that was cool, man.
Connor Zilic. Dude, we were talking about this, and Connor is very good. But, like, Eric is a Cup guy, right? He's made a long living racing Cup cars, and, like, there's just – we could argue and say, you know, Eric was a mediocre Cup guy, depending on his ride or whatever it was. His stats would say that he didn't have a lot of wins. And just Cup guys are just a different level. So Connor is like Xfinity used to have to race against all Cup guys.
Right.
And you see the Xfinity guys run 5th to 8th. So Connor's just been dominating 10 wins. And for Eric to come in and be like,
took his lunch money.
No, buddy. Look, watch this. And kind of just beat him straight up. Was like, okay, there's levels to this game.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, Eric Almirola too. He's one of the good guys.
See Nick Sanchez, John Jesse Love.
Yeah,
Nick Sanchez is fiery.
He is fiery. Remember him and Matt Crafton got into it last year.
Punch him?
I think he got punched.
Different.
He was
this
bloody.
A little easier to read, and this
is Jesse Loves.
This comes in to playoff frustration. One
Sanchez
guy being in the playoffs,
fight.
one not.
Oh, look at Sam Mayer. Punch him!
Sam Mayer egging it on in the.
I publicly apologize. Sam
this
Mayer
right here, I
Sam
thought
Smith
that this right here, what Jesse Love punches it like pushes him a little bit in the chest, like that would have warranted me to grab him by the.
Isn't in the playoffs, and Love has
I'd have
so
grabbed
much
him
on the line.
by the collar. Right there, no sir.
Oh, look, Bassett.
Yeah,
is that Dylan Bassett? Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, he goes, do it again. Touch him again.
He's Winston-Salem, bro.
Hell yeah.
He's spark plug for a reason. Also, Dylan Bassett was a hell of a race car driver. He just never got it. I mean, him and his family, it's the old Ronnie Bassett. I grew up racing with those guys. Both those guys were really good drivers.
I love looking at the road guys because they're all like the badass short track guys that never got a shot. Yeah. Touch him again, buddy. See what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So we'll see if that carries over. Two guys going hard for it. Nick Sanchez is kind of coming into his own as well. Had a couple top 5 runs in that 48 car. It's cool to see that thing running.
Yeah, Ron Silk gets his 30th career. Well, I figured he had about 60 by now.
He's a dude.
They kicked everybody's ass up at Thompson. Venturing Motorsports sells to Nitro. They're done.
No more flying the V.
Concludes operations. Did you ever drive for them?
No.
You're in a minority, buddy.
Yep.
Half the field drove for them.
I would say more than half the field at some point in time drove a Venturini car. They had their hand in a lot of people. I mean, Joey Logano, Eric Jones.
I looked at the list. Blaney drove. Like, there's a lot of people that ran just one. I changed tires for him in a couple of races.
Yeah. So Bill Venturini and Billy Venturini, father, son, they certainly helped build some careers. And they put together some really good cars for a long time. So they are handing the baton over to Nick Tucker and Nitro Motorsports.
Yep, good for them. Hopefully that goes well for Nick.
Did you watch any clips of the Bathurst 1000, bro?
No, I didn't. I was just reading up on it just
God.
now. Was it sick? What
happened
to our guy Scotty Pie?
It was downpouring. Will Brown aquaplaned and plugged it in the fence.
Damn it. So it downpoured the whole time?
Most of the time.
The mountain giveth and the mountain take it away.
Dude, it was electric. And they are driving the absolute hell out of those things, pouring down rain. Windshield wiper going,
just screaming for help.
Yeah.
Help!
Dude, and they've got guys dipping tires off on the straightaway 150 miles an hour, whatever it is, 400 kilometers or whatever the translation is. Like, unbelievable race.
Love
dude.
it.
I was following along. Obviously, we talked to those Apex Hunter guys early in the year. Scotty Pye was top of the board, I believe, in like they'd have like a co-driver practice only. So he still got it.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool to see. And obviously, I'm a big Brody Kostecki fan, crew chief for him a lifetime ago. He's a dude. Was on a pole. He was on a pole. Did you see a video of his flying lap?
No.
Oh. Well, you've seen the video of Scotty McLaughlin lay a heater down.
Pow, pow, pow.
Same thing with Brody. Like, unbelievable.
We're in trouble if they get a bunch of them guys over here.
Dude.
America might never win a road course again.
Ever. I mean, Connor Zillich, we got some faith in him. So, good luck, Connor. We need you.
Yeah.
Because if some of these guys start taking our jobs, you'll be.
They took our
jobs.
Speaking of taking jobs, Mick Schumacher came over and tested an IndyCar.
Ray Hall Letterman. That was cool to see him in there.
Michael Schumacher's son. So it's cool to see him. Man, IndyCar is exciting too right now. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in American motorsports.
Mm-hmm. Tom Majeski wins the Winchester 400.
It's
Who's he
crazy.
driving
It's his
for?
first career. Probably his own
That
car.
same 191 car.
Yeah, his first career Winchester 400. He's won I think he's won every big super late model race.
Yeah.
He's like the modern day Dick Trickle.
Yeah, he is. That thing, he just, like, nothing is sexy about his super. Shows up to the Snowball Derby, and just absolutely hauls
I'm just
ass.
happy they got rid of pit stops because every year he'd show up, be fast, and then
I
have
know.
wide fives and have like a 4-minute pit stop.
Almost go a lap down, start 40th, drive back to the lead, caution comes out, go back to 40th.
He'd have like all his dad's 60-year-old friends out there changing tires.
Yeah.
And like KBM would fly us down there.
Yeah, literally. So there you go. There's our shout-outs for the week. Shout out you guys, too, for following along. Anything grind your gears?
Nothing. I'm good. I'm good to go, man. I'm living the dream. So,
It's a lot of something grind my gears. All the homeless people in Vegas.
well, if it's better than being a homeless person in Minnesota.
That's true. I mean, I guess also
sometimes when I see homeless people in cold places, I'm like, man, go to California.
just start walking.
Just
Hitchhike.
get out of here, dude.
Jump on a railroad
Like,
car.
could you imagine being homeless in New York City in January?
No.
All right, we're off the rails. Anyway, you can.
I can tell you what happened to those homeless people. They weren't stacking pennies. They made a lot of bad decisions to get them where they are. So I hope that the people listening to this podcast
clip that out.
No, we're not.
We're gonna clip that.
If you don't stack pennies in your life, you will be homeless on the side of the road in Vegas. So
You
don't do that.
If you don't like, rate, share, and review,
You're going to be homeless too.
good chance that you
Might be homeless.
Living
So
under the
don't be
bridge.
homeless. Leave a comment. 5-star review. Y'all have a great day. Corey LaJoie here alongside Ryan Flores. Keep stacking pennies. Don't be homeless.